The small block Chevy, the stuff of legends. Well, here's one for you. Say you're putting together a small block Chevy engine of any size. It doesn't matter if it's a 262, 265, 283, 327, 305, 350, 400, doesn't matter. 383 if you're building a stroker motor. But you're either putting it together or you've been working on it and you have the distributor out of it. That's the distributor right back there. And when you try to put the distributor back in or put it in for the first time, even though you've lined up the marks properly to put it back in at top dead center, you line the rotor up, you just can't get the distributor to drop in all the way. Well, there's an easy solution for that in most cases. These distributors use they drive the oil pump off the bottom of the distributor shaft, and so there's a small, what's called, down in that engine there's what's called an intermediate shaft, and it's about yay long right there, and it's got a little collar that kind of positions it down in the engine, but it sticks up there, and on the top of it, it's got a little slot in it. It's wider than a screwdriver slot, and it matches into a roll pin that is made onto the end of that distributor shaft. And what happens is, for whatever reason, that thing can get turned down there pretty easily. So maybe when you took the engine apart or took the distributor out, or you just put, you don't know where to put it when you're building a new engine, who would know? So it's a real easy solution. I had that just happen to me, and I saw that mentioned several times on the internet. So what you do is, if you get the distributor in and you can't get it to seat all the way, you try to put it in and it just goes down. It's about 1/8 inch off the intake, and it's just clunk, 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 clunk. Don't ham fist it, don't beat on or force it. It's a real easy solution. It's not easy because you got to pretty much lay on the engine, but it's easy to do. Once you get back there, you just look down in there and you take a long screwdriver, flat blade screwdriver like this one's perfect for it, and a flashlight, and you'll see the top of that intermediate shaft. And what you have to do is just turn that, just reposition it. You kind of got to trial and error a little bit, because that has a helical gear on that distributor and on the camshaft, so that rotor, it turns 5, 6, 7 degrees, whatever the case may be, 10 degrees when it drops down in there. So you kind of have to guess at it, and this one took a couple different tries, but on the second try I got it perfectly, and you can see it sits right down in there. So if you can see it back there, maybe not, it's kind of dark, but take my word for it, it's in. So that's how you resolve that, and once you get that thing positioned the right way, it'll just go right in. So you don't have to sit and get traumatized by that. And there you see it there, and the light adjusted, I guess, but you don't have to get traumatized by this and think, oh, I've got a bad distributor, or I've screwed up something, or the cam's in the wrong way, or something like that. It's not. That's all there is to it. You just have to turn that oil pump intermediate shaft a little bit, and that should cure it. Should go right in. So I just want to make this slightly short and sweet video and to tell you about that, because I think a lot of people run into that, and maybe this will help some folks out. So thanks for watching. Have a good one.